now. Hey,
Yay,
everybody.
live. First time.
It's
Yay.
Ravenflower and the roller derby witch. You're so cute.
Awkward. Awkward is the word.
Awkward is the word.
Awkward.
Is this your first Google Hangout?
Yes. Well, not Google Hangout. Because my derby team and I, we Google Hangout constantly because nobody wants to leave their house and be the designated driver. So
Ah,
this is
uh-huh.
how we do meetings. But I've never gone
You're
live,
smart.
live like on YouTube with it or whatever. So new to this, but I'm okay. Hey, I used to be a disc
Well, first of
jockey,
all,
so I can do anything live.
I, oh, hey. Hey. You're like okay, you're probably like me. You've had like, I don't know, 50 different kinds of jobs.
Oh yeah.
Just like do anything to like make ends meet.
Anything to make ends meet and anything that looks interesting. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. There was a summer that I did roofing in Santa Barbara, like
Oh my God.
to be a roofer with the black tar. And I've done it all. I have done it all. I used to work at a Christmas store. Let's see. I mean, I could talk about all kinds of stuff. Oh gosh.
Shipping
Well, the reason
Pier
I
1.
have
I was a shipping
the
manager
roller
at
derby
Pier
witch
1, so
here,
I could furnish my house before I got married.
I did that for Hallmark Creation.
Yep. Get it. Who cares? Get it.
Yep. Get it. That's right. Get it any way you can. Well, roller derby witch is here to help me rant about things. And then I thought we would just have, regular chat. We'd open it up to anybody who has questions. I am, you know what? I forgot to look on my little phony thing here so that we can actually see messages. So bear with me.
Okay.
Un momento.
I'm good at bitching. I think that's why Ravenflower asked me to come here tonight. I'm good at bitching.
Yes. So excited. Noah, sweet Noah was on. He was trying to rant. He just looked so uncomfortable. He couldn't. He's just like the sweetest person in the world. So he's like, I don't know what to rant about. I'm like, you're so precious. I love you.
God, don't get me started. I mean, there's so many things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, there's us right there. See? Hey. Hey.
Yay! We're doing a thing. I like it.
We're doing a thing. We're doing a thing. Okay, I don't know how many people were watching, but I got to turn this down. Now it's going to be like 5 seconds past. So then let's see, look, I'm holding it up and there's my phone. Me look, this is crazy.
I sees it.
You're going to get lost in the loop.
Ah.
Okay. Lost in the loop. Okay. So, oh, wow. We got peoples.
Woo, people.
We got peoples. Well, first of all, can you tell the people a little bit about you, a little bit about your channel, how I've cyber stalked you. Me and Madam Nightshade cyber stalked you for a while. We're like, we got to get her number. We got to find her.
Guys, they crafted me. They totally sought me out like the natural in the craft, except I'm not. I'm so not. I'm Nancy like fuck. I'm not a natural. I'm crazy pants asshole. Should we cuss?
Yes,
okay.
cuss away.
Okay, fine. Okay, I know mine I cuss with a wild abandon. So let's just do this. I grew up crazy Irish Catholic on the East Coast of the United States of America, and it just wasn't for me. And I dabbled in the things in the weird section of the bookstore for a very not the weird section, but the weird section for a very long time, secretly buying books with birthday money and things like that. And they were Wicca, they were the Llewellyn books and things like that, but it was too close to the rigidity of Catholicism for me. I wanted different things. So then as I went away to college, I started looking up more eclectic things. I was in Baltimore, living in Baltimore, my own for the first time. And I found stuff. I, like most people, did not exactly identify with a god or goddess, so to speak, until about 5 years ago. And I'm 38, so it's been a while. So if you feel like you've not been able to find your matron or patron, give it a sec. Yeah. But I am a daughter of the Morrigan, or as she is thumbs up okay with me saying, I'm a Morrigan chick. I play roller derby, obviously, roller derby witch. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm in marketing as a like an adult life thing that I do.
This is crazy. I
For
just
the
like
thing I
you
do
hit
for money.
all of these things for me. I'm in marketing. I love roller derby. I'm a mom.
All things.
I grew
Um,
up Lutheran.
right? Okay, you know. I love to garden and I love to do crafts. I have 3 Etsy shops because, why not? I don't have enough to do, it's fine. Um and yeah, other than that, I'm just around. That's enough. That's enough. No more.
That's enough. That's enough.
No more.
I
three
love
three
you.
cats and a dog. That's enough. That's enough. Anyway, so and now I'm on YouTube. I started out with last June or July or something like that with a 33 Days of the Morgan that kind of modeled after something Eric Silvermoon had done the previous fall, and been sporadically posting ever since.
Well, the second I saw you, I connected with you big time. I think we are in the same place politically. And no,
Yep.
we're not going to go there, people. Trust me, you probably know it already from our Facebook pages. However, but you like every little thing, it's like, check, 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 check. This is my new friend. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I like it.
I will let you rant first if you would like to rant.
So this came to me very specifically, lizard brain. Like I was only thinking of one thing today, and I was eating the avocados that I brought
Yum.
for lunch today. And the way I like to do it is cut it in half, pop that big old pit out, and then cut it into little slices, and then cut the little slices into chunks. Olive oil, salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese if I have it. Well,
I'm so hungry.
3 avocados. Sorry. 3 avocados I opened because I was feeling starving to death today. None of them were okay. Like, why do you? I know I live on the East Coast. I'm very far from where they grow avocados. But why do you even send them? Why do you even send them to the store? They're not going to be good. They had those weird brown hairs in them. Like, but it's not even like hair.
I know what you mean. I feel your pain.
They're thick, sinewy brown hairs, and I don't like them. They remind me of a story that I read as a child when somebody was talking about catgut twine, and I was like, that's what that's like. That's what catgut twine must feel like in your mouth. Is those gross little brown hairs in an avocado.
Oh no.
So pretty much what I did was I ended up throwing the avocado away and eating the Parmesan cheese. Like, I don't even know who does that. I eat a lot of cheese, but even that is something I'm going to be 100% honest. I picked the wedge up and I just ate it. I didn't cut it. I didn't shred it. I just ate it. There was no other food. Anybody on my roller derby team will tell you they bring peanut butter, treats, whatever the hell, because of the protein or whatever. Or they do like Herbalife or Spark or one of those other shakes, or they eat a banana because they don't want to get leg cramps or something in the second half of the game. I have a bag of shredded Parmesan cheese that I eat before, during, and after the game. Because that's what I do. But even to me, biting the chunk because the avocados were so terrible it was too much for me, and I was guilty after. I'm like, I ate so much cheese today. I ate all the cheese, all because the avocados weren't good. I fooled myself because they were on sale. They were 3 for $10, which might seem crazy to people who live closer to avocado land. But there was a reason they were on sale. They were not.
Avocado. That avocado is not a good avocado.
No. They weren't too mushy and overripe. They weren't too hard and green. The freaking weird hairs inside of them was what got me. Too much. Too much. I can't.
No, and they make those little
What
dots.
you got?
I've seen them like in the little dots where the hairs were, right? You like pull them apart.
Ugh, no. And I have a hair thing anyway. Like if I get hair in a meal somewhere, nope, it's over. Nope. Nope. Do not bring me soup. Do not bring me bread. Do not bring me anything free. Okay, $50 gift certificate, maybe. But no, don't bring anything else tonight. Maybe later.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh gosh. Oh boy. We've got lots of people over here blowing us up. Okay, people, we're going to take stuff probably at the end. We're going to do a couple of rants and then we'll go to town and we will go back and look at this. So hello, everybody. Good Lord. Look at this.
Hi, friends. I love you.
I don't know if you can see all this, but like, look at all this people. Whoops. Where? Okay, one that I came up with, this is one of my pet peeves. And I'm going back to the bathroom because, you know, here we go. So short toilets, we know. Short toilets, not okay, especially if you have bad knees because it really sucks when you're like trying to get down there. But when you go to wash your hands and you lean over or whatever, and there's that left the water like all drip. It's like they didn't bother to like fling off their hands. No. It's water everywhere, all over the place. And then me with the belly leans up there and then it looks like I peed my pants because now I've got this wet, you know, like line. I have linear pee. I have linear urine.
You are a professional at linear pee. I got you. I hate this too. I was with you on the short toilets. I've always been with you on the short toilets, but let me tell you, today I was super with you on the short toilets because we did a ton of leg work at roller derby practice last night, and sitting down on the short toilet at work was painful. So screw a short toilet, fuck a short toilet, whatever you want to say. So I hate it in a public restroom, but you know where I hate it the most? In my house. I am the only female human in my house. So there is obviously zero consideration for the person who comes after you. What toilet, what sink, what edge of the shower, what doorknob? Like, how did you even do that? There's 17 towels within arm's reach. Oh, the sink. Figure it out.
That's true. I mean, it's not hard. It's like the towel is right there.
I just want everyone to just figure their lives out and come back to me. Is the way I always think about it. Figure it out and come back. We'll talk about the whole thing, but figure it out first. I just can't with you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah. You know what? Because we put up with too much already in our lives, so we're just intolerant now. Because I'm in my 40s and you're vastly approaching. So like, we're just intolerant. That's the problem.
I'm like planning my 40th birthday. I'm like on it 2 years early.
So, I thought I was going to be cool with it. I really did. I was like, yes, you know, like I've got earned highlights and, you know, I'm, you know, master of my own domain. And my sweet husband says, you know, go get dressed, go get a shower. We're going to, you know, I'm going to take you to breakfast and everything. So 40 had come. It was the morning. And I'm like, yes, 40 looks great on me. Right. And somewhere in the shower, something happened. I was like, what did I do with my life? Other friends have degrees by now. Like, like I went, whatever. I was to a point when I got out of the shower, dried myself off, and I'm calling my husband. I'm like, just go without me. Like, just go without me. I had a breakdown.
I feel you. I feel you. I am trying to change careers, not like marketing, out of communications, and become like a wire. What do people do? What do they do? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what people do to get cable or whatever it is. I'm not trying to change it like that. I'm trying to go to the like more politically themed or, you know, making a difference. Like right now I work in a museum. closed right now, so I just kind of sit there. Almost 40. What have I done to actually make anything better anywhere? Like anywhere.
Oh, but you know you have. But you know you have.
LinkedIn. I know there are people who would be like, "Oh my God, Rach is the best," blah blah blah. And then I know there are people who are like, "Mom, make me food," and then that's how they tell me they appreciate things. But then at the same time, I'm like, what have I added to the world other than like Facebook posts about my kids like farting competitions? I'm gonna do something else. So I'm all over LinkedIn and I'm all over Indeed, and I'm like, I'm close to DC, so I have a chance to actually potentially get something. And then I get these emails like when the government like hiring freeze happened, I got 47 emails in one day telling me that that the job that I had applied for was no longer available. I was like, hey, thanks. That was great. That really helped my nearly 40 brain wrap myself around what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Thanks. So, but anyway, I got you. I know.
Well, the company I work for right now is very, very, very right-winged. And so to me, it just feels very, I have friends that are Republican. I have friends that are right-wing. But there seems to be a give and take, ebb and flow, if you want to say it that way. We respect each other's differences and we just love each other anyhow, right?
Yep.
I can't do that at work.
Yep.
Because these people are crazy. Just crazy. And they're just insensitive and like sometimes inhumane. Just the stuff that they say, it's like, do you like, wow, if somebody said that about your kid, would you be all right with that? Like really? No.
Yeah, where I work, the actual people I work with are kind of on the same political wavelength. We all, we ditched an event to go to the march, the Women's March in DC and everything. We all like went together. It was fun. But the surrounding area, it's very demoralizing just to the Hillary for prison signs, yards. I can't even count them on my fingers and toes. And that's after you get off the main road, because they're at businesses. They're at 7-Elevens and they're at convenience stores. They're at grocery stores and sub shops and things like, you're like, maybe you shouldn't put that out there and make people go away and feel uncomfortable, but they don't care.
Nope.
And I live 35 minutes outside of DC, and you don't expect that. But you cross that line to what they consider, and it's all bets are off. So it's very upsetting to kind of feel like you have to hold your tongue, spend a great deal of your time at work, And I'm not yelling out the window on the way to work, fuck your, Hillary, Hillary for prison sign or whatever. I'm not doing that. Because it's cold outside. But like, it's weird. It's weird to not know what you're able to joke about, a meeting or something. It's weird. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. On the feed, they're talking about tacos right now. We're talking about tacos and all kinds of stuff. Pepper Jack. I don't know. Oh, Pepper Jackie. So, and then somebody else is talking about tacos. Renee's talking about tacos. I'm like, what are y'all doing over there?
Psychics. We had tacos for dinner tonight. They're fancy psychics over there. Well, and my kids do Taekwondo, so they've gone to calling it taco dough. Yes.
Taco dough? How old are your kids?
I don't know. They're 10 and 8, so they definitely know how to talk by now, so they shouldn't be saying that. It's funny.
That's funny. My daughter went through this thing where she couldn't say camel. It was canimal. It was a cannibal. When Amber used to say she was a big grill. And I'm like, grill? Oh. And then when Casper was 4, he was sore years old. He says, I am sore years old.
Aw.
So cute. Oh, I'll miss
My
those.
youngest could not say popcorn. He said cockcorn. my, I still
Like,
tease him
don't
that.
say
I'm
it in
like, hey,
public.
buddy, you want some cockcorn? He's like, shut up, mom. I'm like, you're the one that said it. I have video.
Hey, that's a nice cup. I got one of them cups. I
Oh,
got one of
hey,
them
yeah.
cups. Yeah. Mr. Blue Knight got me one of those.
Oh, I found it at the Halloween store.
Did you? Well, my daughter
So,
tried to steal it real quick.
oh yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
what else do you care enough to talk about?
More ranting. Let's see, rant. I was trying to think of something like really good. I mean, I know that there's always like the close talkers, like with the really bad breath, and they always find me in the elevator somehow, some way. I'm just like, what are the food trucks? What kind of food trucks are out there? I'm like, with their dragon breath. I'm like, oh my God, like you really don't need to put something else in there.
Oh, I did
oh man.
I did a community craft fair with my Etsy junk on Saturday. It's not junk, go buy it. Anyway,
It's awesome. I have earrings that I bought from her and they're fabulous.
I made these.
I get compliments on those earrings all the time.
These are the ones I made. They're a Ouija planchette, and I have a brownish, yellowish, antique looking one too. Go find them. Franken cupcake is
what
what
about
it's
this
called.
necklace
Yeah.
that you're wearing over here? This moon fabulousness.
So my best friend moved to Los Angeles, and right before she did, we went on a little. I was so damn pregnant with my second child, and like I said, he's 8, so it's been a while. I was so pregnant, and it was way hot, end of August on the Beast Coast in the Mid-Atlantic region, and the humidity does not let up. So we went to this little cool little kitschy hippie kind of neighborhood in Baltimore called Hamden, and it's probably most famous for an episode of Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares, and the guy just right this lady, she has this pink flamingo downtown East Baltimore Hun kind of themed restaurant, 50s diner type shit, and he just ripped her a new one. Well, anyway, there's a whole another part of that town that's super cool. They have a place there called Mud and Metal, and it's actually a pin, and I made it a necklace because I don't wear pins, so it's actually a necklace. And my best friend's mother felt so bad because it's like a hilly kind of place, and she felt so bad because I was pushing this stroller with my oldest, who was 1.5, and I was so freaking pregnant. She's like, honey, I just want you to pick something, and I'll buy it for you because I just feel so miserable. I'm like, oh, but you ain't gotta buy me nothing. So we went in this store and she bought me this pin because I was looking at it. I'm like, that's the coolest half moon in the world. It's like got a patina on it that I like. Mm-hmm. So, but then it's August and I'm like, oh God, maybe in January I'll be cold as fuck and I'll want to wear a pin. But no, I don't want anything around my neck, like up here ever. So I just made a necklace out of it. But I think it's awesome. I like it.
It is. It's awesome. It is awesome. Awesome.
I just noticed that the way you're makes you look like a peacock lady. I like it.
Well, I moved everything downstairs because apparently upstairs is haunted, and I got this like little earpiece thingy and the whole shebang so that I could like be legit. I hope Noah and Random are very proud of me right now. And then so I'm just moved my background down here so that way you wouldn't see clutter, all the rest of the stuff. I look good in red.
Hey, red and black, that's usually my thing. So I get you. I got you. Oh man. Is there anything going on YouTube that we should rant about? Because I'm so behind on videos. I have like a stack of videos to watch. Tiptoe Chick is back.
I know.
I've seen that.
I have seen some Tiptoe. I love her hair. Love that girl's hair.
She dresses like a derby girl. I was watching. She put up one this morning where she had purple and black striped socks and a black tank top, and her hair was all on one side, but it was also purple. And like you can see, I wear plaid leggings to work, and I'm like an adult professional person. So I dress like a derby girl at work, and I was like tiptoe chick, just as like a derby girl. I love it, yay!
I love it, yay!
But I was so happy that she was the first person that I found on YouTube that I kind of vibed with on that like herbalist kind of level, and I would sit and I would take notes on all her videos about what she said about herbs and blah 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 blah. And then I had made my way from like number one video all the way to whatever it was a few years ago, and I was like, what do I do? She's done. She's made a video in 100 years. What am I supposed to do? So then I found Lady Gravedancer, Ember Honey Raven. The Morgan kind of like came super forward. I found I would take Morrigan witches, and so many weird things came up. I was like,
you're like, oh my gosh.
That's called I think it's like a Norwegian death metal band that's called Morrigan, or the Morgans, or something like that. And I was like, okay, I need to change my parameters. so then I found again, and then I started looking at British witches, and then Joey Morris, and that it was so good. And then I think I found you. I'm trying to think how I found. I think I might have looked at new witches, new witches, or something like that, or first timers, or something like that. I wasn't like a first timer, but I felt like it because the books. And so I'm like, I'm gonna look what other people are doing. I consider myself kind of eclectic. Because what this for might not be what everyone else uses it for, and what I use a lavender for might not always be. Because like lavender for me, most people are like, oh, it's calming down. That's a night herb. But to me, that is like a protection. I have a tattoo. I have a lavender tattoo. I mean, that's protection. That is like my. And so I was like, okay, none of the things I'm doing follow these books. So I'm going to find other people who don't follow books either. So that's when I started finding all these awesome people, and then Madame Nightshade and Arwen. And I'm about to get a reading from Arwen because my life is a shambles. So.
Oh, I have had a reading from Arwen, and she is spot on. So,
So
you enjoy that. You just enjoy that. You put everything, all notifications like on lockdown, and you just soak it in. It's good stuff.
Oh God, I can't wait. Got that tax return check in. Got everything paid off. That's getting paid off. Emptied the Amazon cart, and now I'm ready for Arwen. I'm emailing her tomorrow.
The Amazon cart. Mine is always overflowing. So excited. I'm just like, I need cocoa butter. I need this. I need that.
The witchy thing I got was a Wild Unknown tarot deck, and I just love it. Every time I see someone using it or reviewing it, I go into the bookstore and I'm like fondling it, and they're like, you can't open it, and I'm like.
You're like, but I want to.
I want to touch it.
Some people actually, or some stores will actually put them in binders. I went into, gosh, what was it? Silver Pyramid, something, Crystal Pyramid, something Pyramid that Tequila had taken me to. And they had them in like, so you could see, you can sample the cards, which was nice. You just all open so that you can just look through there. It was a nice thing to do. Otherwise, you got to go look at the reviews.
Like, I mean, I don't live as far away from the city as other people do that might be in Northern Maryland or places like that, West Virginia or Western Virginia, that are consider themselves close to DC. But it still takes me a good 55 minutes to the closest witchy shop. And that does not include the stopping and dropping my kids off at my mom's house halfway between, and then letting her dog out of the basement because it's scared of everyone but me. And, it doesn't include that circus. So So I don't get to go to the witchy shop that often. So I end up at BAM, the Books a Million, like the
Mhm.
bookstore. It's a kind of like Borders or whatever. I end up there and they're like, you can't open it. I'm like, feel it. And they're like, we like Trump. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Like I remember
Oh
in
my
like the
gosh.
90s, get a decent ass tarot deck in like Spencer's in the mall. Now you can get a giant,
Dude.
but you can't get a tarot deck. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Where in Maryland are you? My sister and her husband are in Salisbury. So I remember driving shoot,
Oh,
from like the Bay, um, Chesapeake, coming in, and there was this huge, like, fairly big witchy shop. It looked metaphysical, rocky store, and we never got to. I kept watching it go by and watching it go by, and I'm
yeah,
like, I can't come out
yeah.
here. I'm like,
That is considered
so
Eastern
scary.
Maryland.
Ah,
Yeah, that's considered Eastern Maryland. I'm in Southern Maryland. They're pretty much in kind of like up and down, like longitude line, but you got to go over this giant bridge and around and down and over another bridge, and then you're with us.
oh
So
my gosh,
it's
the bridges.
guys, it's about 60 minutes. As the car drives, it's about 4 hours.
The car drives. You crack me up. Oh my gosh. If you guys are not subscribed to this woman, you need to be, because she's just gonna crack you up like this all the time. Love it. Okay. Let's hit some feed. So you're on your phone, so you can't see what's going on over here.
What they
Wait, what did you say?
what did they say? I can't see them.
Oh, they say all kinds of stuff. Well, okay. Random Witch just sub to you. Let's see, Storm Moonflower. Yes, Storm Moonflower. I am intending on doing a video on you. Stay tuned. Random Witch started this kind of a cool hashtag thing about positivity in the community and whatnot, and kind of like giving a shout out to some of the newer witches that have maybe not as bold or feel comfortable, saying things. You get a lot of bullies, but
Yeah.
something. I feel like there's been a lot of people that have been very positive for me. So I mean, I get just a very few of the bad ones, but I also learned real soon is like, okay, well, I don't like that energy, so I'm not going to play with that. I'm going to play with that toy. It's like I know my limitations, and I know my mouth, and so I'm like, nope, I can't be that friends with you, because I'm going to put a foot in it at one point. But random's
I
got
got my very first "you're hot." I was like, ew. I'm pretty sure you have not watched too many of my videos to understand that I give zero fucks what you think about it look like, you motherfucker. So fuck off.
Oh gosh, when I first started, it was all dick pics all the time because I just added
Oh,
everybody on Facebook. Just I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And until they make me angry or upset, then then I'll get rid of them. But I mean, I have seen every shade, every
oh
cut. I mean, I've seen them all. I feel like I've seen them all.
no,
Oh my gosh.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
Mm,
it. I don't want anything
no.
to do with it.
Talk about a rant. That's it's bad. It's bad. Okay, we got, let's see. Okay, does anybody have any questions? This feed is like crazy long. I'm going back and forth and trying to talk at the same time, and this is not going to work out well for anybody. Anybody have any questions for us? They're like, I love Tiptoe. I see that from Silver Horse. Let's see. Let's see.
I see a question from Moonshine Miller about hollyhock.
Hollyhock. Moonshine Miller. Where are you seeing this?
I don't know. I just kind of like went up like 2 seconds. I'm
Up at
like a cat with a laser. I can't go much farther than 2 seconds up.
with the
Have
laser?
you ever used hollyhock?
I have not.
Yes. I have.
What do you use it for?
My mom, every couple of years, my mom goes to England, Ireland, Scotland, France. Bitch never takes me with her. But she always
Oh,
brings me seeds. She always brings me seeds. And I don't mean seed packets. She grabs seeds off of a plant in a botanical garden or the bed and breakfast garden or the castle garden or whatever she's at. And she brought me hollyhock seeds from and about 10 years ago. I put them in a pot black. I'd never seen them in a nursery.
hmm
Of course, I am you will attest to this from Facebook. I'm the person that posts all the things about wearing all black all the time and like being depressed because your black pants don't match your black shirt that don't match your black t-shirt or your black sweatshirt. But black hollyhocks, to me, I love flowers. I'm a gardener. I'm a fucking weirdo gardener. I had a black garden for a while where
Oh,
like one little section of my garden was all black. I had black petunias and black pansies, black hollyhocks, something called black lavender, even though the flowers were still purple, but the leaves were black. Um,
whoa.
it was
That sounds
beautiful.
interesting. I want to see
It,
that.
I don't know it because it didn't come back, but so these black hollyhocks, I will use the leaves. I don't burn them because they smell gross, but I definitely use them kind of almost because they're huge. They're like this big on the bottom of the stalk are like that big. So
hmm
I use them almost in the late summer, early fall, once I can get them to dry, as like a incense smudge fan.
Uh-huh.
They kind of signify the end. They're the beginning of spring because they start to bud then, but they are so slow. I guess bloom and it's so cool. They bloom at the bottom. Most you think of starting at the top. They have this big boisterous daffodil. That's the first thing. And they have this or roses. They have the very tippy end of the green vine of the roses has like a big beautiful bloom on them. These bloom from the bottom.
hmm
And to me, they're like, that's my spirit flower. They bloom from the bottom. You gotta start at the bottom from my experience. And so I love that by the end of the season, they're finally at the top. Fall is my shit. My birthday is the last day of summer. Like, start my year the first day of fall. Because, like, obviously, because I'm an adult, I get shit faced and go ridiculous on my birthday. So, fuck the last day of summer. Um, I don't care if it's a Tuesday. Who cares? Um, so literally my whole like life year starts the first day of fall. And I
hmm
always love school and I always love that season. I love a damn sweater. I love boots, snuggling up, even though I'm cold year round because my husband keeps our house at like 52 degrees. Um, love that it peaks when everything else is getting ready to fall off and be black and broken and dirty and leaves swept away by the leaves and I love hollyhock. So I use that in that way, kind of fanning in my year. Because I get dark. I get dark when it's cold. Like, oh, I have not been active on YouTube. I've been trying to cheer myself up with painting a room in my house. It to be for a long time, moving things around and paying things off and so I go dark. I really do. I'm not awake and around. Like a lot of people do shadow work during this time. I've tried it. It just takes me too deep. The shadow work I do tends to happen in the spring because I feel like it can really dig deep at that time. But yeah, so that one on a weird thing. Did you use hollyhock flowers all the way into like reaching the depths of my soul in April? Well, whatever, it's fine.
That's
Next
what I love
question.
about you. But that's what I love about you. Okay, all right. Let's go back. Let's see here. I saw all
Go
this
back
flesh in the
because I talk to
room.
everyone.
I got to get me some hollyhock now.
Oh, good.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about now. Yeah, crazy stuff going on. Oh, yep. Yes, dick pics. No fair. Blue Knight says no. You didn't
I
want
don't
to
want
see
that.
them. Trust me. Trust me.
I want garden.
All right. If you said something, I kind of heard half of it. What did you say?
Who, me?
Yahoo, you. Yes, you.
I said I don't want dick pics. I want garden pics.
Garden picks. That I can get you. I just planted some squash over there. I've got echinacea coming up. I've got white sage. I've got beets, carrots. What else do I have here?
Ooh.
Chives, lettuce, lavender, different kind of sage. I've got like 4 or 5 different kinds of mint. I got stuff happening in my yard. I can't wait till it all just kind of goes. Poof. All right. I know I saw a question, but it kind of helps when you wear glasses.
See, I get all worked up. I get all worked up right now because on the East Coast, we're sitting at about 55 degrees. And I'm like, yay, spring. But last year on April 1st, we had a goddamn blizzard.
I remember that. It was crazy. It was crazy. You're like,
Yeah. And I'm
oh.
like, seriously, first, I had a roller derby game. And I'm like, guys, so maybe could not now. So we can play roller derby and then go outside afterwards. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. But it happened.
Okay, we've got.
What does everybody have?
We have, let's see, question, favorite herb, and then favorite incense and favorite witchy book. And that is from Pepper Jackie.
Oh, so you said incense, herb, and what?
Herb, incense, and witchy book. She's thinking. She's in deep thought.
The favorite herb in incense. I said it lavender. Like lavender's my shit. I put it in everything. I also like. I have this. Bring it up because it's hilarious right now. I have a giant dehydrator full of right now. I love to add orange and lemon with lavender because like the tartness is so good with lavender. I love lavender lemonade. I love lavender lemon cookies, lavender lemon cake, and I love the juxtaposition of flowery and sweet citrus. So with the sour citrus. So I'm gonna go with lavender thing. My favorite witchy book.
Favorite witchy book.
I'm gonna get it.
She's like me on group chats. She's like,
Right
hold
here.
on, I'm gonna go grab it.
This book. You see it? It's Morpheus Ravenna or Ravenna's. You can see I have my little stickies still in it everywhere. It's probably one of the most complete ones I've ever read. And like it. And it's going to be so most people don't think of the story that they relate to the Morgan with is the one about her having to kill her own son. Not that I would ever do that, but to the Mecca, I'm not sure how to pronounce the Gaelic, but was this guy, and he supposedly had 3 serpents for a heart, or 3 hearts made of a serpents or whatever, and it made him dangerous. It made him different. It made him a threat to the land or something like that. And he was like, for some reason, they were calling for his death. Well, being a typical mom, mother bear, mother lion, mother wolf, whatever you want to call me, I related that to my oldest son. And my oldest son is on the autism spectrum. And he is different, sometimes considered a threat to like the sanctity of like a classroom, of like what would be acceptable behavior in a classroom. And he was taken, not taken out, like taken out, but like taken out and put in like classes that would help him grow, socially, whatever. And to me, that related in literally killing your own child, or being responsible for allowing someone else to whatever, to in order to preserve the land or whatever it was. And I related that to me being the only one who saw my kid's potential and took him out of these mainstream classes that were making him ridden with anxiety and making him hate school and whatever. And I don't know, I did a video about it. I explained it better then. But I on that motherhood level in a way that I don't think a lot of people can. See her as the death goddess, the warrior, the bitch, the this, the that, the one who lured, Cuchulainn, this fucking Irish warrior guy, to his death because he didn't do what she liked or whatever shit. That's the Book of the Great Queen, Morpheus Ravenna. To me, that book is more complete to every historical account about the Morrigan that I have ever read. But of course, for everyday use, I love the Crystal Bible. 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? I can see it from here, but I don't want to get it. Of witchcraft.
Oh, that like the encyclopedia.
Who wrote it? And Encyclopedia of Witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Isles. I should just get it. It's right here. Oh my god! I knocked everything down. Okay.
I forgive you.
Everything down.
Yep, I've got it. That's probably what I was going to probably say. The same one.
All the things in it.
Mm-hmm.
All the things. Herbs.
All the things are in there, and I mean it crosses.
Emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're in an Egyptian pantheon, a Celtic pantheon. It's got something that you can get into.
Sure does. Yep, it is the bone.
I've been attempting to at least find a patron. Kind of like, okay, it's fine. I'll deal with you later. I'm not done with the Morgan right now. And Loki in the Norse pantheon keeps popping up. I think it's incredibly significant that both he and the Morgan are shapeshifters, and I'm kind of going through a thing. So, but I kind of got to keep him down until I know more. And that book has helped me find some other resources into figuring that shit out before I deal with it. So.
Yep. Boy, that's going to be it.
People are just talking.
They are. Now. They're just going to town. They are. I can't even keep up as fast as it's going. It's going.
Oh.
Gibber.
I know the only live ever able to catch was Morrison Witchy Bear. And I just sat here like this the whole time, like, I'm not going to ask the question because everything I'm saying is stupid because these guys are just great. I love it.
I love it.
So I didn't say anything. Like, so these guys, they're on it. They have more than one. I am either watching or I'm talking. I can't do both. So
I know.
they want to. They want a recipe for lavender lemonade. Y'all might have to wait till like
Spring.
when I got some actual lavender flowers. I don't like using dried lavender for it.
Let's see. Gosh,
It's good stuff.
I know Random Witch had a good one on there about spiritual blocks, or what did you find? Gosh, that was way up there. Gotta look. Gotta look. Dang it. Oh, Lisa Beth, is your hubby going to build another garden when you move? Um, he's shaking his head. He's shaking his head yes, and I was going to answer no to that. It depends on I think it really depends on the house that we get. We're looking at a couple that have some really nice garden spaces, and some not so much. And I think it just depends on what my energy level is, because that's a lot of work. You pour a lot of yourself in there when you're, building those things. I don't know. Where do you have like a good space that you garden with? I mean, is there a portion of your yard that is, considered to be? I mean, there's a lot of people that come to me and they're like, I have an apartment, I can't garden. I'm like, yes, you can. You just go get a pot and you put some dirt in it. You can, do container gardening.
I love container gardening. It's so much easier than actual in the ground gardening.
It is
like literally just over and just get a bunch of fucking pots. It's easier to weed. It's higher off the ground, so your old lady knees don't get hurt like mine do.
Yep.
But I have specific areas that I would consider. The others are just flower beds. I have like a type garden. It's obviously got all my herbs and stuff, and I've got dragons and hollyhocks and actual flowers that don't like an herby kind of sense in there just for looks, because like I use a fuck ton of mint, but I grow a fuck ton of mint, but the flavor and the smell and like musty or something if you let it get flowers. So the mint flowers, because I cut it, and so flowers intermingled with the herbs, so it's at least pretty. And people are like, why just growing green shit? Anyway, sometimes I'll let some of my mint go to seed just so it'll come back next year. But mint, I have mint growing up in between my sidewalks. It grows in tree roots, and to get something to grow in tree roots. And then I have this other area called I call it my secret garden. 90% of the year it's overgrown. I like clear it out, prune it, weed it once a year. Butterfly, oh my God, I have like 10-foot butterfly bushes in this garden.
You need to go and do a video on that. You got to do a video on that when, spring and summer come around.
Yes. Last year when I did a herb garden video, and there was I just couldn't even get back there. It was like a damn, like you couldn't even get in there. The gate wouldn't open. I had to, like 2 weeks later, I like cut the gate open because these climbing roses had grown so that I couldn't get in it. But it has climbing roses, it has forsythia, first to bloom, but then they're really fucking annoying the rest of the season because they don't do anything and they just grow. Butterfly bushes. I have a shit ton of catmint and catnip. I think is literally the best. Which I don't mind them.
No, and that's in the mint family. Isn't catnip?
They don't like the mint.
Isn't catnip in the mint family?
Catnip is in the mint family. The cats will be in the catmint. Okay, so the catnip are not near my shed. This family of groundhogs, and they were the biggest. I want to call them ground bears. Things I've ever seen.
It's ground bears
under my shed, and I swear to God, if there was 4 of them, there were 40 of them. There were so many, and they were under my shed. And like they're there now. We've just come to an understanding that occasionally I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get a ladder, and occasionally I'm going to go in there and get Christmas ornaments, and occasionally I'm going to go in there and get paint supplies. We've just come to an understanding. And from the spring to the fall, the cats, the neighborhood cats will wallow in it, and then they want to be in my yard because it's there, and then they chase everything else out. But like, wow, I'm not going there. Everything's dead. The groundhog's like, I swear to God, I would literally stand in my shed, like holiday, Christmassy, like lights out for my Christmas trees and stuff, and I will stomp on the floor of the shed because I could just hear all this clicking and grunting and just stuff. And I'm like, guys, 5 minutes today and 5 minutes tomorrow, let me get my shit and go in the house. Come to an understanding. They're going to be there. I'm going to be there, and we're buddy, and nobody's going to do anything weird. But anyway, my secret garden has vinca and ivy and groundhogs and neighborhood cats. My great grandmother's house, where I grew up, is like 300 something years old. She grew up in a house next to the oldest in the town. And then my grandmother was born there, and my mother was born there. I was the only one not born there, pretty much. So when they were going to demolish the house, we all went in like the dark of night and took all of the bricks. I have these bricks, yeah, that I made this weird little child-sized chair with, and it's morphed over the years to have armrests, and then I need those bricks for something else, and really right now it just kind of looks like an altar with nothing on it. So we're gonna have to fix that in the spring when I can go outside for more than 5 minutes and not die. But so I got a lot of family stuff in there. My dad's side of the family, that I guess over the Thanksgiving holiday, I found out they found some birds. That I had family in the Virginia part of the Appalachian Mountains that practiced Appalachian conjure. So I have seeds, I have planted in that back garden that are grown from seeds that my grandmother, the holler, they definitely called it the holler, in West Virginia and Pennsylvania and Virginia, all these places, Shasta daisies, echinacea, some other various cone flowers.
Oh, nice.
I've seen it on one of the seed sites. They call it Irish Johnny, where the giant, the cone on the cone flower is like 4 inches tall.
Dude,
the petals are like and the seeds are really expensive. So I'm like, I got this, and it's family. So all these different weird things that I have, and then one of the museums that I work at is very Anglo-centric. Let's call it Anglo-centric, about the initial settled in the Maryland area. On the island where they landed is considered one of the oldest black-eyed Susan gardens board, and I have seeds from there. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird heritage garden. Sometimes it also looks like a crazy witch lady lives in there, which she does.
Which she does.
She does.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Oh gosh. Okay. More stuff. All right.
All the things that
Miss Laura, what do you think about mushrooms in the craft, usage and tips? Mushrooms. Now, Laura, you're going to talk to me about mushrooms, magic mushrooms, or mushrooms?
Magic mushrooms. So 1999 for me. It's like, whatever.
Magic mushrooms? No, I mean, okay, you're going to go on an astral trip. You want some mushrooms. I don't use mushrooms, although I do have some funky ones growing in the yard right now, and they're kind of like orangish, and they had not necessarily spots. I don't know. They were weird. Maybe I'll take a picture of them and show you. I haven't gotten there. I haven't. I've done lots of roots. You know, I've used roots in my magic, carrots and like dragon carrots. I tried last time, and they didn't quite work out, so I worked that into some magics that I've worked on. But what about you? Mushrooms?
I get occasionally a fairy ring in my backyard.
Ooh,
of
nice.
Just the white, after it rains, and I have 2 tree stumps in my yard. I mean, they're barely even tree stumps anymore. They're like tree shambles because they've kind of just gone away over time. And it's always around one or the other of those, like a day and a half after it rains. And it's not the entire year. It's mostly late spring, early summer, but I don't use them because I'm not kill me or get me high or be good eating.
You're like, I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know what your purpose is. Can't trust you.
I like you, and I take interesting Instagram, but I don't use them in that kind of way. But I will tell you, let me see, where is it? My uncle carved this adorable little cedar mushroom.
Oh, how cute.
And I use the sweetest thing in the world. And it smells good. It has like a cedar scent to it. And he's like, you can put it in your underwear drawer. And I'm like, you're my uncle. Why are you talking about my underwear? Gross. I don't know. I love it, and it smells good, and it's among my witchy things. I mean, he said it was for air, refreshing, whatever it is, things. But I like it. There's something about it that I keep.
I'm getting some crazy interference. Is this the time?
Yeah. So it's cool.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. It's starting to get a little bit like weird. Like an 80s movie when you lose transmission from the home base, but I can't hear you now. What's happening? Curious. Oh, I heard you for a second.
All right. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So what should we say? People talking about flying potions, and Witchy Bear just started a live feed too.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what everyone's talking about. So say something real quick.
Connection issue, people are saying.
Can you hear me
I don't know.
now?
Rach, we're going to have to stop.
Okay.
My channel's haunted. Oh, well, thank you if you can hear me, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yay.
Bye, sweetie.